everyone, welcome to TimesXP. I am Driti Atri and here are the biggest stories that are making headlines across the globe today. So let's start with it. Trump pressurizing Netanyahu. Trump wants to end this Gaza war very fast because he wants to show the entire world that I fixed the Middle East. He thinks that the war is weakening Israel and also hurting the global market. So basically, he's pushing Netanyahu for a deal really fast. United States intel humanitarian disaster. All US agencies say that Gaza is totally collapsed. Be it food, hospitals, shelter, all gone. They fear that children's starvation will become a historic strain. This is now a national security argument, not just a humanitarian right. Washington fears regional war here. Be it Iran, be it Hezbollah, be it Houthis, all are already firing limited strikes. One wrong move could make it a 6 to 7 country conflict. Here the US fawns to avoid a 2006 Lebanon-style chain reaction. Rafah red line. Rafah is last crowded zone. Millions struck over there. US says that if Israel storms Rafah, bloodbath could trigger Iran direct entry here. And that's why the US is warning that this could become the World War Middle East. Smotrich plus Ben Gvir threat. They are the ultra-right wing. They tell Netanyahu, don't listen to Trump, don't stop the war. If war stops, then they will topple him. Qatar, Egypt and Turkey evacuation plan here. There is a quiet plan. Hamas fighters exit Gaza to another country. This is the only face-saving exit for Hamas, but Israel must guarantee to let them go. United States, UN and ICC warning here. America is telling Bibi that if war continues forever, we can't defend Israel globally. Well, they might stop vetoing UN resolution, and that would be historic. Netanyahu dilemma. If he obeys Trump, Israeli far-right groups, they are going to destroy his career. If he ignores Trump, then he loses the United States protection. So basically, that is his nightmare. Anti-Trump protests, huge marches in Washington after Zohran Mamdani won the New York mayor election. The people, they fear that Trump is going to impose Trumpism 2.0. Energy like 2020 George Floyd era here, but political and not racial. Protesters collision. Students plus working class plus immigrant all together now. They say that Trump is a direct threat to the democratic value. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the new Gen Z political identity. Zohran Mamdani's symbolism here. He's an immigrant child who won the election as a progressive. Young left sees him as a proof change is possible. He is now a brand. Protest fear list. The people, they fear that since Trump is in the office the second time, Roe versus Wade style ban could get worse. Also, they fear censorship and deportation crackdown. This is fueling the street movement right now. European Union journalist question. He asked a direct question, should Israel pay to rebuild Gaza? In the meantime, European Union media bosses panicked and they fired him. Europe double standards anger. Young Europeans say that you can question Russia but not Israel. Now this is causing media credibility collapse. In the meantime, the internet is exploding as well. Iran fear mode. Iranian clerks say that insulting their supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, is like war on God. This is extreme religious criminalization. It returns Iran to 1980s fear style. Omid Sharkal death. He burnt leader's photo. Then he died mysteriously. Here people see a message here. Challenge the Iran's regime and die. The fear is returning in Iran. Iran letter to the UN. Iran accuses US President Mr. Donald Trump of new nuclear arm race. They want UN to isolate Trump like North Korea leaders. You know what? This is a diplomatic revenge. Iran claims US and Israel attacks. They say that nuclear labs were bombed secretly in 2025 war. They claim thousands were dead just to justify the future retaliation. In the meantime, they also claim that there is no independent verification for that. Venezuela fake weapons. They are building decoys in jungles just to confuse the spy satellites here. You know what? This is the old Cold War trick. Here is the goal is to make the United States waste missiles on dummy targets. Russia support hint. Russia might supply S-400 level defense and also hypersonic here. Now that would give Venezuela an anti-US based capability, and that too near Caribbean. Basically, this is just to scare Pentagon from any future war. Iran-Venezuela drone plan. Iran could place long-range drones near Florida. Now this adds psychological pressure on the US voters. You know what? It is a strategic blackmail. Pentagon Caribbean drill. Pentagon is gaming worst case scenarios quietly. They fear a small war becomes a weapon right now. Trump fears that this could kill his fan base in the United States. Iran foreign minister claims, Iran's foreign minister Abbas Araghchi says that Trump begged for calm after missile barrage during the 12-day war between Israel and Iran. You know, if that is true, then that destroys Trump's tough guy image. Iran is basically weaponizing humiliation here. Iran victory narrative here, they say that we change regional fear structure. Israel no longer is untouchable, and this narrative sells inside Iran right now. Hamas trapped in Rafah. Israel says that 200 plus fighters are stuck in the tunnels. They want to finish them with zero negotiations. This is Israel's last symbolic win. China Type 815, a spy plane. It circled Japan for 30 days. Beijing's message is very clear that we have full intelligence visibility. In the meantime, Japan and the United States Navy, they are alarmed. And with that, that's our wrap-up of our news bulletins from around the globe. From Gaza to Venezuela, from US to China. The world is changing, and so is geopolitics, and TimesXP is all ahead to give you all the latest information about every news that matters the most. I am Driti Atri. See you next time.